Welcome back to Redout. This is Fingertips Volcano. Our first race, our first non-time trial on this track.
1, go!
Nudge, nudge, nudge. Rubbinous racing, folks. I've closed out of some programs since last video. So I'm hoping if my computer was doing something odd in the background, it's gonna stop now. I also attempted turning down the anti-aliasing one notch and see because I didn't see any difference between it being on the max and it being on the next over. I also noticed something in the menu with which I don't know, which is with the anti-aliasing on max. It doesn't actually say how many times or what type of anti-aliasing it is. It just has three different settings. Or well, off, medium, high, and epic. Normally I'm not too huge on anti-aliasing. I think it's an overrated type of thing, but you know, I guess it depends on... A lot of graphical options are honestly personal preference. That's one that I'm not too picky about. And I noticed that when turning the anti-aliasing all the way off, the menu actually looks like significantly crisper than with any other type of anti-aliasing. So I'm wondering. Now's not the time to experiment though, now's the time to do well on this course.
New record.
I almost just boosted, but my boost wasn't up, so I didn't boost, and I'm now happy I didn't, because I would have flown straight off. Just realized where I was. I still don't feel like this is completely smooth. That's very strange. What is up? Maybe I'm gonna try doing this. I hope that frame rate counter is not distracting for you. You probably can. It's probably barely noticeable. I turn it off while recording because I think it looks unprofessional. A little bit bummed that you can't do with shadow play what you could in Fraps and have it be visible on the screen but not in the recording, but I understand why with the way shadow play works, why that's not a possibility. It just renders out what's on the screen. Period. Because it's the graphics card that's doing it. That seems to be at a steady 60, isn't it? Doesn't it? I don't feel like this is a steady 60. That's very strange.
Final lap.
Well, at least we're winning.
New record.
That's what matters. Don't let you go down now just because you're doing well. Or rather, just because the opponents aren't doing as well. See, here it's perfectly smooth, right? This is silky, butter, gorgeous. I could probably crank this up to like 120 or whatever. And it'd be run just fine. Ah. Is it the water that does it? Nope. No, this feels good too. I think it's probably like my antivirus or something is doing something wonky that it's not supposed to be doing. I'll just ignore it. It's fine. It'll probably be fine. Is it fine? I hope it's fine. Let's pretend it's fine.
Congratulations. Gold medal awarded.
We won at least. Not nearly as difficult as the first time on this track. I think the first time is the one that I played without power-ups at all, so that would probably contribute to it. Oh. What is, Vortex AG Endurance score 12 laps. You'll need nerves of steel to enjoy this race. If you start feeling dizzy, put down your helmet and take a short break. Alright. Let's race. Unmanned. Oh boy. It's Unmanned, our favorite track.
1.
That's the one in which I almost fly to China every time. Where the cows live. Yeah, I definitely feel like those boost pads weren't green. I think they were blue before. That's a really nice choice of color and also a smart change. Not something I don't think I ever would have thought about personally. But it's definitely something I've noted earlier in the game, especially before the tone mapping change. You newcomers to this would have no idea how it looked. Well, there's footage all over the internet of it. Or they stun. Oh no! I pointed my nose down too soon. Don't hurt me. What? 12 laps of this. Well, at least that should give me plenty of time to catch back up, right? Silver lining. It's a bit of a, because normally, like, the earlier you mess up in a race, the higher the temptation to just start over because you're not losing anything. I mean, it's just like, just have to redo the last 30 seconds or whatever. That's not a big deal. But at the same time, the longer the race is, the more of a chance you have to catch up without having to restart. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Don't fly over the first time, but not the second time, please. I'm dead last. Considering how big of a lead I've had in the previous score races, though, I need to try. I need to try and see if I can catch up. That's right, friendly arpeggio, soothe me into my racing mood. There we go. Trying to take it clean, don't make mistakes. I get more points if I don't crash dramatically. I also get more points if I hit those boost pads. My primary goal is to catch up to first place, right? But I want to race clean on my way there, not do anything brash, learn the track so I don't crash anymore. I have plenty of laps to catch up, it's fine. Oof. I seem to catch up a lot in that turn. Oh, okay, yeah, there's places where if you go through at a high speed, you get extra points also. Where are we? Fourth, okay. Still not sure about boosting in that turn. Oh, scraped the wall a lot there. Bad, bad, bad. There's that jump. I'm still almost last, though. Okay, I feel like it's time to get a bit more aggressive and try to overtake first, and then see if we can't maintain the lead while also racing clean, and see if we can't make up the point discrepancy here. Get second place up ahead. Not boosting this time, boost up too late, it would just make me crash. Take it easy, here's a good place. Oof, scraped a bit there, I scraped a lot there, but I think I got most of my speed out of that boost. Overtook second somehow, and don't know where he was. Now where is number one? Where is the first place racer?
6 laps to go.
We're halfway through the race. I think we can probably do this if we just keep up the consistency. I don't know why I boosted there. Is that right? It's not a great place to boost. Probably is a great place to boost. I just don't know the track as well as I should at this point. Where is he? Should be able to see him in this turn up here. Nope, nowhere to be seen. I'm climbing in the scoreboard though, I'm about to hit 6th. I kind of wish Not really. I'm curious what it would be like, rather. If more games had like a pure tournament format where you're not just allowed to restart every race until you get a good medal, but you're also not required to get a medal at all in order to consider, you know, being good. Like, consider what the life of like a real life, like Formula 1 racer or something is like. You know, you might start racing. You're new to the whole thing. You show promise, which is why you're getting sponsored and you're allowed to race on one of these big ass teams. I don't know why I said big ass, you know, prestigious teams. But you're probably not gonna get gold your first time live on a track. I mean, maybe you are. Some people do that. But if you consider this, there are a lot more people who do not get gold in a race than that do get gold or silver or bronze. But they have careers too. They're climbing up the tournament like every year. They're getting a little bit better. They're competing with each other. Maybe, you know, maybe coming fourth after a season is a huge achievement for someone.
3 laps to go.
And that makes it easier to accept if you do mess up and you end up, you know, coming last because you crashed or whatever. Then it's like, it's fine. I don't have to be the best every race. I can just be consistently okay, and it's still good enough, and I'll try again next year. I don't know. I feel like there's sort of a purity in the. If you think about a sort of a career progression in the sense of, I don't know what I'm even saying. You get what I mean, though, right? Like, and being an underdog and having to fight your way up instead of I'm the one who has to get gold at every race all the time, and I'm gonna press restart until I get gold every race every time. I'm so close to third. I have no idea where first place is though. He's just rocketed ahead so far. No idea how that's even possible. I don't think I am able to catch up with him, but I'm still curious where I'm gonna end up. We have only one lap left, so I could always save this. If I do end up retrying it, I could always save it for later as well. I just want a medal the first time through, though. That's all. Which I'm not sure if I'll get, to be honest. Probably. But you never know. Anyway, I think I find entertainment in sometimes failing. Like, that was the fun in Left 4 Dead for me. I had fun the first time I played Left 4 Dead. We played it on the hardest difficulty, and we basically just failed over and over again for like 2 hours or something. I was at work, I remember. Played over. We stayed over and played Left 4 Dead. I think they had like an open beta or something. I don't remember how that worked. Why I would be playing it at work. But it was just the first level, and we just played it on the hardest difficulty. And there it is. That was not good enough. But yeah, point is, we liked the challenge, so we tried, and we failed, and we try again and get a bit further and fail and learn something more every time, and we just climb our way up to maybe eventually we'll survive this first map of the game. There's a certain pleasure in, not pleasure, but I don't know. I suppose it's the satisfaction of getting better. Let's do this again, by the way. Let's play this track again and not do the thing I did last time. I already forgot what it was I did, but I remember it wasn't good. I think I ran off the track twice, right? Yeah, let's not do that. Still a good priority to try to reach first place as quick as possible to get those bonus points, but yeah, I'm not going to be in a huge rush if I can't pull off in the first lap or two. Hit those turbos though. Speed and points. Anyway, I don't know if I'm just rambling like a madman, but I hope you get what I mean. Like, it would be kind of interesting to. Okay, yes, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, yep. Let's go with that. Yep, everything's normal. Holy crap. But yeah, I'm just saying I would kind of be interested in a racing game. I know they exist. I know you have the simulators out there that probably do something like this with their careers. Where the career of the game is like several years. It's like the full career of a real-life professional race driver. We just play season after season after season. And like, that's the thing. Maybe you win gold in a big event once, and that's it. That can be your life's crowning achievement. I'm the guy who won this championship. It's the only one I got gold on, but look, I won. I have a trophy now. I'm a successful race car driver. Yeah, I don't know. I think... I don't even know where I'm getting at. I've been trying to sum up what I mean like 4 different times now, and every time I trail off and go like, wait, what was my point again? The basic thing is a reason to keep trying even when you're down, instead of just doing the video game thing and hitting restart and trying it again from a clean slate. Like, it would be fun to have a game that encourages you or somehow enables you to end up in a bad place and then have to fight your way back up. If you can, if not, that's fine too. Not just have to be the perfectionist that most games require you to be all the time. I remember that with a series like with games like, I think Burnout 3 was the first thing I played where... Oh no, wasn't it 3? I don't remember. There's a racing game. Off the top of my head, I can't for the life of me remember what it was. It might have been the Burnout games actually, where you either got gold or you had to retry. There was no in between. You are first place of the race or it doesn't count, and to progress you have to retry the race again until you get first. And I remember appreciating, because in the case of Burnout, which I think it was, those games were so like pure in what they're going for that it's hard to mind in that case. But I feel like that's become a trend with other games lately too, where like this is nice. This is bronze, you know, bronze, silver, or gold in most events. If it's a time trial, you have the platinum as well. I'm still in second place points wise. That's kind of fascinating. What am I doing worse than the guy who's in second place? Oh, there we go. Yeah, in a game like Burnout, it's totally fine, but it's weird that... Yeah, I don't know. There was just something... I can't talk today. I think too much of my mind is on the game, rightfully so, I suppose. This is proving to be a difficult one. So long. Oh, how long it is. But yeah, a big part of me hates the... I don't know, this is for varies from person to person as well. Some people really like having to be pushed to their limits all the time when they play games, and for some people that's why they play games. That's, you know, people who end up being competitive gamers start like that. But I personally... It would be fun if there was some way for say a racing game to accept that you ended up, you know, overall third ranking somehow, whatever, if it just takes your overall average medal or whatever. Just say, hey, you won. This was great. And in a game like you know, you have games like F-Zero, the X and GX games, where you get some kind of currency for winning. You get more if you win better, but you get it even if you come. I want to say in GX you could place third in a cup. That game's career mode was basically, it had a story mode, but that was something completely different. But basically the way to play that single player was you picked a cup, and it was, I think, 5, maybe 6 races, and it would tally points based on which position you came in. And at the end, you know, maybe you were still in first, maybe you weren't. And I want to say, you got I think if you beat it, if you won a tournament or a cup, I think you got a cool cutscene with your character. Like each character had an ending cutscene. Is that right? I think that's the case. What a weird game that was. F-Zero GX was the weirdest goddamn game. But you also got some kind of currency, and I think you got it even if you, as long as you got a medal, you got something out of it. In X, I want to say beating a certain cup on a certain difficulty would unlock certain vehicles for you to use. So eventually your goal, if you're as a completionist, would be to get gold on every cup on every difficulty. I don't know how that plays into what I was just talking about, because if that's the case, then you wouldn't get anything for not getting gold. I don't know, maybe it wasn't that What am I talking about anymore? I'm gonna shut up now. What happened? Where am I? I'm in second. I'm in second again. What is happening? I need to do something differently, but I'm not sure what. Well, I'm getting clean laps, aren't I? I'm not getting perfect laps, but I think I'm getting clean laps. That should be good enough, right? 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 Oh, it's not... Well, I'm gonna get... I'm still gonna get a point boost for... I'm gonna get a point boost for coming first, but I'm gonna get a penalty for dying, and now I'm in second place. So I'm not gonna get as big of a boost for getting...
Final lap.
9 seconds. Oh, right, over my best time. I was gonna say 9 seconds to first, but I think that's 9 compared to mine. Whatever. Oh, no! No, 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 no. No, no,
Finish.
no. No, please. You cannot do this to me.
Congratulations. Silver medal awarded.
Second place? No. You cannot. I don't know what kind of accent that was supposed to be. I hate saying it, but I'll take it. Because I'm not doing that a third time in a row.